Bell rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Tuesday the 14th of the 9th, 2021. The time is just coming up to 0455, 5 to 5 in the morning GMT. Asian session coming to a close, European session firing up, our lunchtime, North American session. Right, yesterday, Monday the 13th, we had a positive opposed driver in the dollar at plus 13. Front and back door flows mainly coming out of the pound at -9, out the yen at -8, and the euro was the positive rock at +4, activity plus or minus 17. Intra-week then, this is from Monday the 13th open to about 15 minutes ago, we've got a negative unopposed driver in the yen, -50, no backdoor flows, the opposing positive flows going into the euro at +21, into the pound at +18, and the dollar is the positive rock at +11, activity plus or minus 50. So yesterday we had a strongish dollar driving the market on very low activity +17, and overall this week we've had an unopposed negative driver in the yen. Right, intraday then, this is the Asian session to about 15 minutes ago. We've got a negative opposed driver in the yen, -51, front and back door flows, mainly going into the pound at +27, into the euro at +25, and the dollar is the negative rock at -1, activity plus or minus 52. Right, we'll stop that there and write up the flow. Right, we've written up the flows then, so the euro is strong except against the pound, which is stronger. The yen is weak except against the AUD and the NZD. The pound is strong across the board. The Swiss is weak except against the AUD and the NZD. The CAD is strong except against the dollar, the euro and the pound. The AUD is weak across the board. The NZD is weak except against the AUD, and the dollar is strong except against the euro and the pound. So what have we got in the Asian session? We've got pound strength across the board. We've got AUD weakness across the board. We've also got NZD weakness as well, apart from against the AUD, which is weaker. And take your pick in the middle. Right, so what's going to knock it about? We've got GBP claimant count and unemployment rate today, and we've got US CPI, so we've got unemployment and inflation data. Tomorrow we've got China retail sales, GBP CPI, CAD CPI and NZD GDP right at the end of the day. Right, so some tier 1 events coming out next couple of days. GDP and inflation, really, CPI. Right, so we'll stop it there and write up the asset. Right, we've written up the asset classes then. So US dollar index basically is at 0.42 from the high, so it's 42%. It's come off from its highs. Gold, in theory, should like that. It's half marks, 0.50 from the modeled high or low. Oil is 0.40 from the high, so it's above half marks, and it's arguably getting a little boost from the hurricane news. Where are we? Wall Street has come off 0.28, so 28%, but it's come back a bit. Likewise with the S&P, 0.26 from the high, and the tech is 0.20 from the high, 20% from the high. US 10-year, this is the price of the bond. It's at 0.42 from the floor, so the price is below half mark, so yields are relatively strong. And the bund is lower price, stronger yields, 0.17 from the floor. So relatively speaking, you're getting a push up in the euro potentially versus the dollar, and the euro has been sold off significantly recently. So something to bear in mind. Copper is 0.33 from the high, so it's a third. It's still range bound. And likewise with US steel, 0.50, so it's half marks. Right, so let's get rid of that and then let's try and do the final analysis for today. Yesterday we were sort of talking about some sort of floor in the euro, and it's very sticky yesterday, and the flows were very erratic and quite weak. Right, so what have we got? We've got dollar, euro, yen pound. So we've still got the equities at sub highs, so we're sort of knocking there. We've got yen, the yen, where are we? Here we are. Over the week then, the yen's been the unopposed negative driver. So we've got relatively extreme yen weakness on small activity, admittedly, but it looks like you're getting an equity transmission ramp up now. So the yen is likely to come off. So the yen's likely to be soft via the equity transmission. It looks like they want to push equities higher. If they push equities higher, the likelihood is that the dollar will come off. So you're getting flows out of the dollar, out of the yen, and they've got to go somewhere. So they've got to go into either the euro or the pound, or both, on the backdoor flow basis. So and if you've got like a sort of a rolling off of the dollar with rising equities, you've got a risk-on sort of scenario. So the Swiss should soften, and the CAD, the AUD, and the NZD commodity currencies should do an about turn at some stage, even though they're soft at the moment. So watch out for that. So that's where we are. So we've got GBP data today and tomorrow. So that will decide whether the pound drives on the up or the euro drives on the up. So it'll be noise dependent, and just remember the elbow room is for the euro to have a bit of strength in it now. So that's just something to bear in mind. So watch out for euro strength, pound strength, dollar and yen weakness, chuff weakness, and bouncing the AUD and the New Zealand dollar if we get full risk on. So hope that was useful. See you again tomorrow for the daily briefing. Thank you very much.